Hello and welcome to Crowden. We are going to Crowden Great Brook. This is the Crowden car park. Still a few spaces. Woodhead Reservoir is just over there and it's empty. Quite a sight. The car park is free. Woohoo! And apparently it does have toilets. Up here somewhere, I think. Massive group of kids over there. There's the campsite. Ice cream. There's always ice cream. There are so many kids here today. I guess because there's an outdoor education centre. It is Wednesday the 18th of June today. It's about 18 degrees and cloudy at the moment, but it should get brighter during the day. Torside Reservoir is just down there, and I think the Torside Scramble we did was just around that corner. I think the one we're looking at might be Walbore, that we saw the waterless waterfall at the top of. And there's a rope swing here. Well, that's a possibility for the way back. Rockall's Wood Nature Reserve. Pretty. This is Crowden Little Brook. Did consider doing this one today, and it does have some bigger waterfalls than Great Brook, but I'm not convinced I could get over them, and it's also quite a lot more remote. The footpath is nowhere near the brook. So in the interest of safety, we're doing the Great Brook. Always safety first. And this one is the Great Brook. Nice little pool. I don't think it's quite deep enough to swim in, but possibly a little dip to cool off. And I am roasting already. Oh, this bit looks a bit deeper. Let's get over to the beach. There's the top of the weir. That bit's a bit deeper. I really would like a dip. Can I swim in it? Well, that is a pool with a view. It's deep enough to swim just there, and a little bit in the top pool, but it's a bit more silted up. And it's quite deep next to the weir. I couldn't touch the bottom over there. Lovely pool. What a view. There's a sheep on the footbridge. Hello. These tiny birds are adorable. I was only going to scope that out for later, but it was too nice to resist. Let's go find some waterfalls now. What a view. It's all just so beautiful. I'm surprised that so far there's been quite an easy trail to follow. Wasn't expecting that. Thought I'd be wading through these ferns. Starting to get a bit more waterfall-y now. A little one over there. What a weird sound he makes. Little brown bird. Anyone know what that is? Yep, up and over. I think that must be Oakenclough over there, and that must be Laddo Rocks over there. Oh yes, I can see some of the waterfalls now. That is definitely too steep for me to attempt. Nice little pool. Not quite deep enough for swimming in though. I'm hoping for a little bit better. Big rocks, no water, little water. We got some sheep up here, enjoying a bit of shade. So hard to know if there's going to be a better waterfall up there. But I really need to cool off because I'm roasting now. And I think I can at least fit in that one. So... can I swim in it? Nice little pool with a water slide. That one looks a little bit deeper than the one I sat in. Still not quite swimmable though. Oh, hey duckies. What a life you got. Ooh, I can see a pool over there. Well, that's better, isn't it? Knew if I just hung on for a few more minutes I'd find something. But I was hot and I was hungry. But that's nice. Can I swim in it? Well, that's the swimmiest one so far. Can do a couple of strokes. This might be the scariest bit of the walk so far as well. Nice water slide. Well, this one looks deeper than the last one. I'm not going to get in this one and check it though, because it looks like we've got a fairly tricky bit of climbing up ahead, so I'm going to stay dry and focus on that. Safety first. think I can get around to the left. The rocks on the right look a little bit too big for me. That was the first kind of proper bit of climbing. A little bit scary, shaking a little bit. A little bit more climbing. Wow. I think this is the biggest one so far. That looks nice. Also looks slightly challenging to get up. That is the downside of a good waterfall. Can I swim in it? Well, that bit was a little tricky. This bit here is too high for me to climb, so I put my bag and shoes up here and all my clothes and went through the waterfall and climbed up that. But it is very slippery. Be careful. I think the next bit doesn't look as dangerous. Made it. So pretty. I definitely couldn't do this if the water was any higher though. I would struggle. Cool rocks up there. And pretty cool rocks down here. Love these little pools. Well, I got dressed, but I kept my swimming shoes on for the last bit, and I'm glad I did, because it was very, very boggy. Like a weirdly warm bog. And here's a little sheep dip. And another water slide. And it does look like there might be another tricky bit ahead. Or a little pool. I wondered what was making that noise that sounds like a jet. And it's this waterfall. How bizarre. It's so loud. Very pretty. But it doesn't look like I can get around this one. I am going to have to go through it. So I'm hoping it's not too deep. It's only knee deep. Didn't even have to take my shorts off. I could have swum through it. But I'm dressed now. Another beautiful pool. I've not been filming much of this bit because I'm holding my shoes and I need my other hand free for balance. But this bit's fairly easy. Mostly a bit of a trail to follow. Hello, sheep. Another nice little pool. Big rocks to climb. Probably shouldn't have bothered putting my boots back on. Would have been easier to just wade through it. More big rocks to climb. And pretty little waterfalls. Gonna have to put my swimming shoes back on for this bit. There's no way I can get up there. Or across that. Gonna have to go through. Yay! Well, after that final bit of climbing and another very boggy section, it appears to be flattening out now. Don't think there's going to be any more waterfall pools up here. Well, I may have just spoken too soon, because look what I've stumbled upon. It's a big pool. It's certainly wide. Is it deep? Can I swim in it? Well, it is. Just about swimmable. That's a nice surprise. Lovely pool. And there's another pool right above it. I'm not getting in again though. I've just got dry. And here is one final pool. Well, the final one that we're going to see today. Maybe there are more up there. But I think just there is the Pennine Way. And that is what we are taking back to Crowden. I just had a little walk out across this one and it is really silty. I started sinking. Let's maybe skip this one. There's better ones. On the Pennine Way. Got a bit of up to do over there. Hopefully it won't be too terrifying. It's about 4k back to the car park. Well, let's go. Still haven't seen another person. It's great. There's the one I swam in. Lovely views from up here. I think that might be the start of the lower path over there, which is very tempting. But I feel like the Pennine Way may be safer and slightly wider. So I'm going to stick with the high path. Hello, coming through. Sorry, please don't fall. Wow, you can't even see the brook from up here. This is pretty scary. We're pretty high. This bit of the path is quite terrifying. Nice little waterfall. Cute. Oh, I just want to get in it, but it's too small. Just over there is the little bridging gate at the start of the brook. So I've seen one person on the hill over there, two people I passed just down there, and I've just passed one other person on the Pennine Way, and that's it. 4 people all day. Other than that gaggle of kids in Crowden. This is a very unpeopley area. It's perfect. My little swimming pool is just down there, but there doesn't seem to be an obvious trail down to it from the Pennine Way, which is bonkers. Occasionally there's a little opening in the ferns, but since they're as tall as me, I don't think I want to risk getting lost in the ferns. Might have to go the long way round. I think this just cuts off this corner. Let's see where this one goes. Oh, it might actually be a shortcut to the swimming pool. Exciting. Yay. That pool is in a great location for a final swim before going back to the car. Well, I'm back at the car, and what an awesome day that was. I can confirm that Crowden Great Brook is indeed great. I've been here about 8 hours and walked about 14k. So thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.